Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't posted in a while. I just been busy with life. I guess that's always like a little excuse for me. I'm just not very consistent on here. Like, thumbs up to the people who are so consistent on YouTube and do this like as a full-time career, because it gets to be a lot sometimes, even just like editing or just putting your commentary together for it. It really does take like some mastering. So yeah, and just with having work and school and having a child, this is just something like that I do, to express myself, or something fun that I like to do. So if it's becoming a little too stressful, I try not to work myself about doing it, because it just will take the fun out of it and it'll seem like a chore instead of something fun to do. Okay, so I've been wanting to do a video for a while, since we've been like in this quarantine atmosphere and staying home. First of all, I hope everyone's staying home and staying safe. And if you gotta go out, hopefully it's only to get food for the house, or you have to go to work to support your children. Everyone isn't as fortunate to be able to stay home. And some people that are staying home don't have, the financial stability that they need to pay their bills and stuff like that. So prayers out to everyone during this time. I hope everyone's doing fine. But I wanted to come and do a video on perspective and just like a little update on how I'm feeling now, because I try to do like inspirational type videos on here, and that would be some fun stuff. I've been wanting to do some hair videos, but it just seems like, I don't know, when I'm doing my hair, I'm just trying to hurry up and get it done. So I'm like, don't feel like recording and all that stuff. That's just too much. But I will get one up here soon. Yeah. But so this video is going to be on perspectives of life, and why is this so important, how and why perspectives dictate your life's outcome. So I know for me, every time I get on here, I try to talk from experience, because I think that's the most transparent thing to do. So in my life, I have grown, and I have grown to have different perspectives on things. Perspective can allow you to make, I'm not going to talk about the decision making yet. Perspective can allow you to have a different mindset. So if something happens to you and you see it as being negative, or or something bad, instead of it setting you up to figure out what's next, you see how that can be a different perspective. So you can get low from hardships, or you can use that momentum to rule out what doesn't work in hopes of figuring out what does work for you. Me, I have, between last year, so we're in 2020, so the end of 2019 to this year, I have grown so much in my perspectives. I have learned to have a better outlook on life, and to look at things that come and go in your life as blessings. So in life, you have to learn the law of attraction, and you have to learn when it's time to let certain things go. It's important to have balance in your life. So balance of give and take, balance of putting out love and receiving it. You can't, if you do too much of anything, it's imbalance in your life. So I had to learn that too. Just giving too much of yourself and not receiving anything back, or just overextending yourself and not taking care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself before you can successfully help someone else, or not even successfully, continuously help other people. So say you're a giver, like I am. So it's like I didn't have to learn the balance of giving out. I had to learn the balance of receiving. I'm so used to giving that I don't know how to receive. It's very foreign to me to receive from people, just because of my nature. Not that I don't have people around me that are giving. It's just that I'm just used to giving. It makes me feel good. I don't really know why. It just makes me feel good to give people. I know that that's something that I enjoy doing. I like helping others. And that's something that I've realized that's a part of my purpose here, is to give to others. But while I'm giving, I gotta learn the balance. Before I give on a higher level, I gotta learn how to work things out on this level and not be so stressed out on this level. Because how can I receive any greater responsibilities if I can't control what's here now in my life? So that's something I'm learning. I'm learning balance and perspective. I know I'm not even sure if I shared, I used to be in the military, and you know, things happen. The goal was never to really be out the military, but I had a child, so I got out the military because I was a single parent in the military, and you have to have a family care plan, and I was so far away from family that just wouldn't work out. And, you know, I seen it as, you know, okay, this is something new. But the goal when I got out didn't happen the way that I planned it. And so my first perspective on the situation was that, okay, this is terrible, this is horrible. Like, I think I just broke down and cried, and I called my mom, and she's just like, you know, relax. You know, everything happens for a reason. God does things for a reason. So just, you know, calm down, and maybe it's not meant for you to do what you had planned. And so I was like, okay, I tried to calm myself down, because usually I plan things out. And when it doesn't work out, that's another thing, guys. Be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with you. If no one else is going to be honest, you have to be honest with yourself. You know, if you're not going to be honest with anybody else, be honest with yourself, because you're going to do yourself a disservice and not grow. I had to be honest with myself about every area of my life. Things I know I need to work on. It's not you being less of a person. It's you trying to be a better person. You have to admit flaws in order to perfect them or get better at them. No one's perfect. So it's okay to have a breakdown moment. It's okay for plans not to work out. It's okay to feel low for a second. But it is also important to pick yourself back up and not to stay down too long. That is the thing. It's okay to make mistakes. But once you have understood that this is something that is not for you, or it is a mistake. I won't say even a mistake, because things aren't necessarily mistakes. They're learning experience. Excuse me. That's my baby. Hold on. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Okay, I had to go tend to the child of mine. Okay, so I was saying, like, how things are mistakes. Things aren't mistakes. They're just, I think I covered the mistake part. It's not really a mistake. It's kind of you figuring out your path and which way you should go. So it's not really a mistake, because it's only a setup for what's to come and what you're supposed to figure out in life. So, and it's okay to make a decision and figure out, okay, this is something that is not for me, or this is something that I thought I wanted and that I didn't want it. And that's okay. But I think the whole objective is when you figure it out. So it's okay to do something and you honestly not be aware of what you've done. Meaning, so say you do something. I'm trying to find a good example for you guys so you guys can grasp what I'm saying. Say you got into a job. I'll use that one. It's simple. Say you got into a job, a career field, and you figure out, I went to school. Say you go to school. And you're going to school for something. I guess that's a perfect example for me, because I did it. I went to school. I went to school originally for culinary arts because I love to cook. That was my passion. I still like to cook. I just don't have a lot of time to do it as much as I want to. I mean, I have to cook to feed, but I mean, to enjoy, to experiment, to do different recipes. So I went to culinary art school. I figured out, I don't want to do that. So once I figured out, okay, this is something that I do not want to go to school for, I changed my path to figure out, okay, so what do I really want to do? And so therefore, I think from there I went to the military. I went back to, no, I didn't go to the military. Oh yes, I did go to the military. And then I came back and I went to school for computer science. And I took classes. I'm like, okay, this is pretty interesting. I kind of really enjoy this. And then I got to the point where I was like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. So I was like, okay, I'm going to switch to cybersecurity. Switch to cybersecurity, did it for a while, and I realized I don't want to do this neither. And then so I had the option. At this point, I'm about 2 years in. I had an option to either move forward with the degree because I was already invested, or make the decision to honor my mind, body, and spirit and my intuition and do what I knew I really wanted to do. So I changed my major again to social science and psychology because I knew that I want to help people. So why not get more experience in that field of helping others instead of continuously. I won't say what I did before was a waste of time, because it wasn't. Because if I never did it, I would never figure out what I wanted to do. Or I could have possibly figured out what I wanted to do, but it would happen much later. You know what I'm saying? So it's trial and error. So some people see it as a setback, but it's really a setup. So it set me up to figure out what I want to do, because you have to go down the road and basically rule out the things that you do and you don't like to figure out what you do like. If you never test it out or you never challenge anything, how will you be able to compare it to anything? Because you haven't tried anything. And that's the thing about life. You can take, some people may look at you, this whole video changed. I'm going to have to rename this and do a different one on perspective, even though perspective is intertwined in this. But I kind of really want to touch on the fact of everyone's path is just different, and how to not be so judgmental of someone else's path. Like, people are quick to judge others. They're quick to judge them just for being different than them, for thinking different than them. We're all different, and we're not supposed to think the same. We're not, because if we did, we'll be all walking around as zombies, you know, as one army, and no one would be different, and we will all be talking to versions of ourselves. What's the fun in that? The thing about it is, it's a piece of all of us in all of us, but we're all not exactly the same, and that's okay. I love the poem The Road Less Traveled. I think that's the name of it. I think it's by Jack Frost. I read this in college, and I loved it, because it's basically saying someone take the road less traveled. But I'm gonna use the analogy. Say you and someone start in the same position in life. You start off at the same point, and they choose to go straight because they think that road is going to lead them to where they want to be quicker and faster. You know, your end goal can be the same. Everybody wants happiness, prosperity. Everyone wants to find their purpose. Everyone wants to live comfortably. Everyone wants to have abundance. Everyone wants to be happy. And so they go straight. And you go to the side, and your road might have some curves, and theirs have a straight curve. And they figure the road you're taking makes no sense, and so they go straight on theirs. But what they don't see is that even though they went straight, their road has some bumps in it. And you took the curves, and yours have bumps too, but you get there at the same time as they do, or a little bit before. Or they can get there before you get there a little bit after. But see, that's okay if you do, because your path is not their path. You will get to your destination when you get to. And I know I have a problem. Sometimes you have to, like I said, you have to be honest and transparent with yourself. And for you to do that, then that will allow you to go to the next level of life. I know we're all human beings. We all get discouraged sometimes. We all look out like, wow, I'm still here and they're there, and we started off here. You have to know that whatever you are wanting to do in life, that place that you want to be has to make room for you, because that is your destiny. Once you find your purpose, don't be scared to go out there and accomplish it, because the world has to make room for you, because this is your purpose. Even if someone is doing exactly what you're doing, don't hate on them. Don't be mad. Don't throw salt on them because they're where you want to be. Because guess what? Just as God got them there, you can be there as well. And when you do get there, help other people get up to where you are. That's something I can't wait to be. I'm so embedded and so in this, trying to figure out what God has for me and for my life, and what's my purpose in life, and what is it that I'm supposed to be doing. I cannot wait to get there and figure out more and more about myself, so that I can share my journey with other people, so that they can see how I do it and that they can do it too. I'm a regular person like everyone else. I don't have all the answers, but as I start to get the answers, I share with people, and I can share my answers with you, and you think that that's not the way you want to go, and that's perfectly fine, because you could have a way that you're supposed to go so that you can share your journey with someone else, and someone might follow the path that you have followed, and some might follow mine. So that is why it's important to not judge people's paths, because they're doing it for a reason. Whether it's for them to be more transparent with the audience they're supposed to be transparent with, whether it's for them to have experience in areas that they're supposed to have experience, so they can help the people that they are supposed to help. We are all have our communities. Or, as they say, tribes. So I'm a single mother. That was along my journey. So as I continue through life, I might have a special connection with single mothers. You get what I'm saying? Some might have been homeless. That was along their path and their journey. And guess what? They made it through. So guess what can they do? They can go back and they can inspire some other people that might have done or been down that road that they have been. So it's just like, it does intertwine back with perspectives. Have a different outlook and a different perspective on your situation in life, so that you could continuously transform and evolve your world into something greater and positive. Right now we're going through this quarantine thing, and everyone's in fear, and I'm just not, I don't know, I'm very content. And I'm very thankful, and I'm very blessed. And I think this quarantine is just here to shed a little light to us about the world, and how we need to work together more, and how we need to appreciate things that we taken for granted. Simple things as going outside and feeling safe. Not safe as in threats from other people, but just threats from the world. I guess the virus is in people, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, we just take little things for granted in life, and it's also teaching us how we need to band together and collab with each other and help each other out. Not always think that you're in such competition with the next person. We're all here to help each other. It's enough out here for all of us to eat, everyone. So yeah, that's it. I hope everyone's being very safe. I do want to start posting much more videos and staying more consistent. That is something that I'm truly working on. I know that I want to get these videos out here. My page is mainly will be about just motivation and inspiring others, and sharing some in my journey with people, and sharing with you guys things that I love to do, and vlogs and everything like that. I have like one up, but yeah, like I said, I'm trying. I gotta stay more consistent, but I will see you on the next video. Stay blessed, stay true to yourself, and make sure to check your perspectives at the door. Perspectives will lead you to a better outcome in life. Your perspective dictates your outlook on life. It will allow you to either think of things in a negative way or in a positive way. The choice is yours. We all have freedom of choice. God gave us intuition, and He's expecting for us to make good decisions. So stay blessed, stay positive, stay true to yourself.